Good morning students, welcome back to online classes. Today in this class we are going to learn what are the functions of warehousing. In previous class what we have learned? In previous class we have learned the different types of warehouses. What are all the different types of warehouses we have learned. So in this class let us learn the functions of warehouse. Okay. The functions of warehouse. Before going to the functions of warehouse, what is meant by warehouse? Last class I have explained that warehouse is nothing but keeping or storing of extra products. What is warehouse? Warehouse is nothing but keeping or storing of extra products is called warehouse. Right? What are the extra quantity of products we have? That products we will be kept or stored in one particular place. So that particular place we call it as warehouse. So in this class, let us learn what are all the different functions that the warehouses have. So here we have 6 different functions of warehouse. Okay. We have 6 different functions of warehouse. The first function of warehouse is consolidation. The first function of warehouse is consolidation. And the second function of warehouse is break the bulk. The second function of warehouse is break the bulk. And third function of warehouse is stock piling. The third function of warehouse is stock piling. Fourth function of warehouse is value added services. Next one is financing, and the last function of warehouse is price stabilization. Here we have 6 different functions of warehouses. In this class we will be learning about the functions of the warehouse. See, the first function of warehouse is consolidation. The second function is break the bulk. And the third function is stock piling. Fourth function is value added services. And the fifth one is financing, and the last function is price stabilization. So let us learn in detail all these functions of warehousing. The first function is consolidation. What is the first function of a warehouse? It is consolidation. What is mean by consolidation? What is the word or what is mean by the word consolidation? First, consolidation. Here consolidation is nothing but accumulation. Here consolidation is nothing but but accumulation or combining. What is accumulation? Accumulation is nothing but putting together all the things, putting together. Combining. Combining is also putting two or more things all together is called as combining. So, how warehouse acts as a warehouse gives the function of consolidation? Here, let us see. See, here the warehouse will receive receive the different goods from different production units. Different production units. Here the warehouses in consolidation, the warehouse will receive, it will receive different goods, different products from different production units. So here the warehouses will receive different types of goods or different types of products from different producers from different production units. Okay, all these products they put together. The warehouse will receive the different goods from different production units and dispatches it to the customers. So here the warehouse will receive different goods from different production units, and these production, all these different goods though put together, that is consolidated, joining together or combining together, and dispatches is nothing but placing an order and relieving a goods from the warehouse to the customer. Here consolidation function of warehouse is, here the warehouse will receive the goods from different units and those goods is combined together and it is dispatched and it will be sending to the customer. Let us see with the example. Say for example, where the warehouse is receiving goods from 3 different production units. This is production units. We have production unit A, production B and production C. These productions will be producing A production department is producing different goods. So likewise from these 3 production units, the warehouse will receive the products. So from all these 3 production units, from production A, from plant A, plant B, plant C, the warehouse will receive different products and it will send to the customer. Then it will send finally to the customer. Okay, here see, warehouse is receiving the goods or the products from 3 different plants and joining together, combining all together and sending and dispatching that goods to the customer. Okay. The best, let me give you an example for this consolidation function of warehouse. Example for this is Diwali gifts. Example is Diwali gift packs. See, recently Diwali occasion has Diwali festival is done, right? So for that particular Diwali festival, festival, many of the companies will be giving a Diwali gift packs for the employees of their organization. So this Diwali gift pack include what are all they only give only the gift? No. The gift pack include too many products, like it may include sweets, chocolates, some greetings and some crackers and some flowers and some bands. All those things it will contain, right? Diwali gift pack is nothing but when you are gifting to someone, you will be giving some chocolates, you will give some bands, you will keep some greetings, you will keep and pack together and you will giving as a gift. At the same time, the business will also give one organization is giving a Diwali gift to the customer. So that Diwali gift packs will contain some crackers, some sweets, some flowers, some chocolates. All these products are consolidated. Consolidated is nothing but what? Combined. All these products are combined. We will get chocolates from different person and we will get sweets from different shops and crackers is available in different shops. So we will get all these products together and we will make one gift pack and we will be giving to the persons, right? That is the consolidation function of the warehouse. So consolidation function is nothing but here the warehouse will receive, here the warehouse will receive the products from different production units and to put together, combine together or consolidated together and they will be giving to the customers is called consolidation function. Okay, I think this consolidation function is clear. Now let us see the second function of warehouse. The second function of warehouse. What is consolidation? Consolidation is what? Combining, right? Combining or accumulation. Combining or accumulation is called consolidation. What is the second function? First function consolidation we have seen. The second function of warehouse here is break the bulk. The second function of warehouse is what? Breaking the bulk. What is meant by breaking the bulk? First of all, what is bulk? What is meant by the word bulk? What is bulk? Bulk is nothing but huge quantity. What is meant by bulk? Bulk is nothing but huge quantity. Bulk is nothing but huge quantity. We will be saying, right, oh, let us purchase this in bulk so that price will reduce. Right, bulk is nothing but huge quantity. So what is meant by the break the bulk function? The second function is break the bulk. Second function of warehouse is break the bulk. Bulk is nothing but what? Huge. Bulk is nothing but huge. Here, the warehouse will receive goods in a bulk quantity from the production unit, and that bulk quantity is divided into small quantities. Breaking the bulk is nothing but dividing the bulk quantity into small groups. So let's take an example. In class, if the students are of 60 members, so we are conducting some events. So for that particular event, we will divide the students into different groups. Say for example, 10 people, one group, 10 students, one group. So that we will create 6 groups. So here what we have done? We have break the students into groups. Break the bulk of students into group. So we have divided the students into different groups. So at the same time, here the warehouse, here the warehouse will receive, the warehouse will receive huge quantities of products and divided it into smaller quantities. Here breaking the bulk. I said breaking the bulk. Bulk is nothing but what? Huge quantity, right? So we have to break that huge quantity of bulk quantity of goods into different small quantities. So here the warehouses will receive the bulk quantity of goods from the production units. So that bulk quantity of goods will be divided into smaller quantities and then it will be sending to the customers on their demand. Then it will be sending that smaller quantities will be sending to the particular customers. Okay. See here, the example for this is barrels. The example for this function is barrels. What is meant by barrels here? Barrels is nothing but huge oil containers. Big oil containers. We will get big oil containers, right? So here what the warehouses will do means, let us take an example of kerosene. Okay. Here we have many barrels of kerosene. Barrel is nothing but quantity, huge quantity of container. Okay, containers, oil containers. For oil containers, we will call it as barrels. Barrels is nothing but, don't get confused. What is mean by barrels? So barrels is nothing but oil containers, a huge oil containers. For that, we will call it as the barrels. Here, let us take an example of kerosene. Here we will get huge quantity of kerosene. We will get a barrels of kerosene. Okay, that huge amount of kerosene we will use in one time. Anyone can use that huge bulk quantity of kerosene at one time? No, right? So that particular kerosene, that particular barrels of kerosene will be divided. Okay, will be divided into small quantities based on the customer demand, based on the customer need. Well, if say for example customer need some liters of kerosene, so we can't provide him full barrel, right? When he need only particular sum of kerosene, particular some liters of kerosene, so we have to provide him only that much of kerosene, right? So here what is happening? The barrel, the huge container of kerosene is divided into small quantities. Based on that, we are dividing the barrels into small quantities and distributing to the customers is called breaking the bulk. In simple, breaking the bulk is nothing but breaking the huge quantity of goods, breaking the huge quantity of products into smaller quantities. Okay, I have given you the example of class also. If we have 60 members, when we have to conduct any events, so we will be assigning a jobs to students, and for that particular jobs we will be same in the groups. So we are dividing the students into different groups. So I have said 62 students are divided into 6 groups. So in one particular group 10 members. So that 6 groups are made. Likewise, here the warehouses will break the huge quantity. Here warehouses will break the huge quantity of goods or products into smaller quantities, and then it will be distributing to the customers. Okay. The second point is also clear, right? Breaking the bulk. Breaking the bulk is nothing but dividing into smaller quantities. Dividing into small quantities is called breaking the bulk. The next third point we have, third function of warehouse is stockpiling. The third point of warehouse is what? Stockpiling. The third function of warehouse is stockpiling. What is meant by stockpiling? What is meant by stockpiling? Here, stockpiling, the word piling means storing for the further use. Storing for future use. Stockpiling is nothing but, piling is nothing but storing the goods for the future use. Okay, when the goods will be stored for some particular goods will be stored for the future use, future benefits. Okay, that is nothing but piling. Here, the another function of warehousing is stockpiling. So, what does stockpiling mean? Here, stockpiling is nothing but storing of, stockpiling is nothing but storing of seasonal goods. Seasonal goods or products. Here the warehouse will also store the seasonal based goods or seasonal based products. We have already seen piling. I have said you, piling means storing of goods for the future benefits or for the future use. Okay, that is meant by piling. So here the warehouses will store the some seasonal products which are not perishable. This is important. Seasonal products which are not perishable. Here the warehouses will store the products which are not perishable. The two seasonal products. Seasonal products are nothing but, we have many seasonal products, right? Some organizations will produce many seasonal products. So that products will be stored in the warehouses. So that too which are not perishable. Which are not perishable. Which are not perishable means what? Which are not spoilable. Which are not destroyable. If we store any fruits or vegetables, do it sustain for a long time? No, it will get perished. Perished is nothing but it will get spoiled. So here the warehouses will store the seasonal goods of products or services which are not perishable. Not perishable means which are not get spoiled out. Okay, such products will be stored here. When the demand arises for that particular product, so that time the warehouses will give those products to the organization. When, see for example for this is sweaters. sweaters, blankets, cotton cloths, bags. Example for this, stockpiling seasonal products, right? We have said here the warehouse will store the seasonal goods or the products which are not perishable. Here it will be stored for the future benefit when the demand arises, when the customer demand arises, that time these products will be come to the market. Say for example, sweaters. The when the sweaters will be manufactured more during the winter days, right? The sweaters and blankets will be used when people will use sweaters and blankets more during the winter seasons, right? During winter seasons. Here during winter seasons only we will be using sweaters and blankets. During winter season only these sweaters, blankets, woolen cloths will have more demand in the market. If there is no during summer, do we prefer sweaters or blankets? No, right? During summer season, do anyone prefer this sweaters or blankets? No. During summer season, the demand for this sweaters and blankets will be low because these sweaters and blankets will be used only during the winter. There will be more demand for this particular products only during the winter season. Such products will be stored in the warehouses. Okay, let us take bags also. Why bags? Why bags means here throughout the year when the demand for the bags will be more when the schools or colleges get started, right? During that time the demand for the bags will be more when compared to the other days. When schools and colleges will get started, during that time the demand for the bags will be more and more when compared to other days. So likewise the seasonal products will be stored that to the products which are not perishable. Perishable is nothing but which are not spoilable. That products we will be stored. When the demand arises for that particular products, the products will be brought to the market. Okay. Stockpiling is clear. Stockpiling is nothing but storing of seasonal products and distributing when the demand arises for the particular product. Stockpiling is what? Storing of seasonal goods. So next function we have is what? Value added services. The next function of warehouse is value added services. Here, how warehouse functions as value added service? How the warehouses will function as a value added services. Why value added services is also one of the function of warehouse. Here the warehouse, the value added services is also another function of warehouse. How this value added function is also value added services is also one of the function of warehouses means here the warehouses will also provide what we have what is the main function of warehouse. We just say what is the function of warehouse means that warehouse will keep or store the extra products. which are manufactured in the one particular place. So that is the main function of the warehouse we will be saying. By meaning of warehouse itself says that warehouse provides the facility of storage service, right? We have already studied. It will provide the facility of storage service provider. Then how it will provide value added service? When warehouse only facilitates storage service, then how it provides act as a how it provides a value added service? Here some warehouses will also provide value added is nothing but some extra. Value added is nothing but what? Value added is nothing but some extra product services, extra value added, adding some extra services. Here warehouses will also provide value added services. It also, warehouse will also provide, value added services. Here warehouses will also function as, and it also provide some value added services. You may get a question, you may raise up a question, you may, ma'am, what are all the value added services? What are all the different value added services? We will get to know. Okay. Here the warehouses will also provide some value added services. So you may get question, what are the value added services, ma'am? So here see, value added services are, it will also provide the facility of grading of products, labeling of products, grading of products, labeling of products, packaging function. All these are some value added services which the warehouses are giving. So what is grading here? Grading is nothing but the products will be graded based on the standards. We will have some quality products, right? In the market we will get some in the same name we will get 2-3 products, but here the quality differs, right? When we compare the products, the quality of the particular products will differ from this to another one. So here the warehouses will also grade the products based on the quality, based on the quantity, based on the color, size, the shape, design. Based on all these things, the products will be graded. So here the warehouse will also functions in the grading function, also grading of products. So what is meant by labeling? When we purchase any products, we will be having a label for the particular product. Like it will be cleanly labeled and packed. So that labeling function is also done by the warehousing. Next, packaging. Packaging function also same. So here value added services is nothing but the function of, it is also one of the function of warehouse. So warehouses will also provide some value added services rather than only storing of products. It will also provide some value added services. Okay. The next function we have is financing. Here Financing is also one of the function of warehousing. Here the warehouses will provide some credit facility, to provide some amount, provide some credit facility to the owners of the goods. See, in financing, financing is also one of the function of the warehouse, where the warehouse will provide the warehouse will provide finance facility to the owners of the goods on credit base. Here the warehouses will also financing is also one of the function of warehouse, where it will provide the financial facilities to the owners of the particular goods on based on the credit, on the basis of credit. The warehouses will provide some financial facilities to the owners of the goods. Okay. The next function of warehouse is price stabilization. The next function of warehouse is price stabilization. What is price stabilization here? The last function. The last function of warehouse is price stabilization. The last function of warehouse is, here the last function of warehouse is what? Price stabilization. See how the warehouse will stabilize the prices. Here warehouse is also helpful in order to stabilize the prices. See, for example, when there is no demand for the particular product, when there is no demand for the product, that particular products will be stored in warehouse until the prices are stabilized. See, here the warehouse will, when there is no demand for the particular product, okay, during that time what will happen? If there is no demand, then what is the use of getting products into the market? No, right? So in order to stabilize the prices, when there is no demand for the particular product, those products will be stored in the warehouses until the demand for the product increases. Okay. Now what is the see now we have the onion rates are high. Why? There is no proper supply. The demand for the onion is more, so the prices is also more. See, in economics you have, or you might be learned that when demand increases, the price also increases. When the demand for the particular product increases in the market, then the price for the particular product will also increase. If there is no demand for the particular product, the price also comes down, right? In the same way, here when there is no particular demand for the particular products, those particular products will be stored in the warehouses unless the demand for the products will get raised in the market. Until the demand for the product gets raised in the market, the products will be stored in the warehouse. So in this way, warehouses will get the warehouses will stabilize the prices. Okay. So in this class, what we have studied? In this class, we have learned the functions of warehousing, right? We have seen different functions of warehousing. One is consolidation, baking the bulk, stockpiling, value-added services, financing and price stabilization. So here, to this class, the chapter of business services get ended. We have covered all the concepts under business services chapter. So to this class, the chapter 4 is completed. So thank you students. In next class, let us learn the new chapter. Okay, thank you students.